Every AFL season, there's one award that separates the legends from the really, really good players. I'm talking about the Brownlow Medal, often called the best and fairest award. It's the ultimate individual accolade in the AFL. The Brownlow isn't just about being flashy or kicking goals. It's about consistently dominating games, catching the umpires' eyes, and somehow managing not to get suspended for rough conduct. Because if you do, sorry mate, the votes don't count. The voting system is simple but brutal. After every match, the umpires confer and give 3 votes to the player they thought was best on ground, 2 votes to the second best, and 1 vote to the third. At the end of the season, the player with the most votes wins. That's it. No stats committee, no fan votes, just umpires watching every hit out, tackle, and clearance. If you get through a season catching eyes without getting suspended, you could be holding the Brownlow at the end of September. So, who's done it in the last 10 seasons? Let's break it down, year by year, and see how good these guys were to earn the medal. 2014, Matt Prittis, West Coast Eagles. The first of our list is Matt Prittis, the ultimate inconsistency killer. He was consistently brilliant. The little midfielder averaged 31 disposals per game and was everywhere on the field. Not flashy like some midfielders with goals and highlight reels, but deadly efficient. Prittis could extract the ball from packs, hit teammates with pinpoint passes, and cover every blade of grass with endless running. That season, he had 27 Brownlow votes, and deservedly so. If you wanted a player to set the tone for his team every week, it was Prittis. Fun fact, he also became the first Eagle to win the medal. Not a flashy bloke, but boy, did he earn it. 2015, Nat Fyfe, Fremantle. The Brownlow has a soft spot for midfielders who could do everything, and Nat Fyfe did just that in 2015. Playing for Fremantle, he was an absolute beast, averaging 28 disposals, 6 tackles, and 1 goal per game, while also showing elite defensive work. Nat wasn't just racking up the ball, he was breaking lines, laying massive tackles, and making highlight reel plays week after week. Some called him unstoppable, others called him unfair, probably both. Fremantle didn't make the finals that year, but Fyfe's dominance couldn't be ignored. 2016, Patrick Dangerfield, Geelong. Patrick Dangerfield finally got his hands on the Brownlow in 2016, after years of being in the conversation. Playing for Geelong, he averaged 33 disposals, 7 clearances, and 2 goals per game, and regularly turned games single-handedly. Dangerfield was the kind of player who could get the ball anywhere on the ground and make something happen. Opposition teams hated him because if they left him alone for even a second, boom, a goal or a game-changing clearance. Geelong had a solid season, and Dangerfield's ability to influence games week in and week out made him the obvious choice. 2017, Dustin Martin, Richmond. Dustin Martin's 2017 Brownlow was part of a legendary season that culminated in Richmond breaking a 37-year premiership drought. Martin was a midfield forward hybrid who could do absolutely everything. In that season, he averaged 30 disposals, 7 clearances, 2 goals, and 6 tackles per game, combining elite inside work with explosive bursts. He was Richmond's engine, scorer, and match winner. Opponents literally couldn't stop him, which is why he ended the season not only with a Brownlow, but also a premiership and a Norm Smith medal. 2017 was Martin at his peak, terrifying for the opposition, thrilling for fans. 2018, Tom Mitchell, Hawthorn. Hawthorn's Tom Mitchell became the ultimate disposal machine in 2018, racking up a record-breaking 848 disposals for the season. Yeah, you heard that right. That's more than most teams would manage in a season. He averaged 34 disposals per game, showing incredible endurance, decision-making, and ability to find the ball. Mitchell's 2018 campaign was about dominance and consistency. Sometimes you'd watch him play and think, is this human? He practically became a Brownlow magnet by just being everywhere. Despite Hawthorn not challenging for the flag that year, Mitchell's brilliance was undeniable. 2019, Nat Fyfe, Fremantle. Nat Fyfe did it again in 2019, his second Brownlow in just 4 years. But now, Fyfe had perfected the art of midfield mastery. That season, he averaged 33 disposals, 6 tackles, and 2 goals per game, dominating both inside contests and ball movement. Fremantle again weren't premiership contenders, but Fyfe's brilliance shone in every game. His ability to win contested possessions and still hit targets in attack mode made him one of the most complete midfielders in the league. If there's a formula for winning the Brownlow, Fife nailed it twice. 2020, Lachie Neale, Brisbane Lions. Lachie Neale's 2020 season was unique. A shortened, COVID-interrupted season that reduced games but didn't reduce the sheer dominance. Neale averaged 30 disposals per game, with elite clearance working forward pressure. He was instrumental in Brisbane's rise to becoming a finals team, and his consistency caught the eyes of the umpires week after week. 2020 also showed that a Brownlow doesn't require premiership glory. It's about individual brilliance, and Neale had it in spades. 2021, Ollie Wines, Port Adelaide. Ollie Wines finally got his Brownlow in 2021 after years of being a superstar without the recognition. Wines averaged 30 disposals, 7 tackles, and 6 clearances per game, proving himself as a complete midfield dynamo. He played both as a contested ball winner and an attacking threat with an uncanny ability to influence games. Port Adelaide reached the preliminary finals, and Wines' influence was a massive reason for their success. In 2021, if you were watching a Port game, Wines was always in the frame. 2022, Clayton Oliver, Melbourne. Melbourne's Clayton Oliver picked up his first Brownlow in 2022 after years of building a reputation as one of the most elite midfielders in the game. Oliver averaged 33 disposals, 8 clearances, and 6 tackles per game, often dominating both offensive and defensive aspects. He was the engine of Melbourne's team, making his side competitive week after week. Despite Melbourne finishing outside the top 4, Oliver's performances made him impossible to overlook. He had elite ball-winning ability, vision, and composure under pressure. 2023, Lachie Neale, Brisbane Lions. Lachie Neale added a second Brownlow in 2023, cementing his place as one of the modern midfield greats. He averaged 32 disposals and 6 tackles per game, consistently delivering elite output. Brisbane again made the finals, and Neale's combination of contested work, kicking efficiency, and endurance made him a standout. When you watch him play, it's clear why the umpires were handing out votes like candy. Neale became the modern definition of a Brownlow winning midfielder, relentless, versatile, and game-changing. Looking at the last 10 winners, some patterns are clear. 1. Midfielders dominate. Out of the 10, every single winner was a midfielder. It's the engine room of AFL. Win the ball, use the ball, and you're a Brownlow contender. 2. Consistency is key. Every winner averaged over 30 disposals per game, with elite clearance or tackling numbers. 1 or 2 flashy games aren't enough. The umpires want week in, week out dominance. Number 3. Contested ball beasts get noticed. Players like Martin, Fife, and Wines showed that winning contested possessions while influencing attack is a Brownlow magnet. 4. Premierships are irrelevant. Look at Prittis, Mitchell, and Oliver. They won the Brownlow in seasons where their teams didn't claim the flag. It's about individual excellence, not team glory. Some funny observations too. Winning the Brownlow sometimes feels like being the guy who annoys the umpires the least while doing everything right. Dustin Martin, for example, could have won multiple Brownlows earlier if he avoided flashy infringements. Patrick Dangerfield was like a walking highlight reel, sometimes too flashy for his own good. It's also amazing how these winners show different styles. You've got Martin, who's explosive and game-breaking. Cochin's style leaders don't always win, but Martin's dominance shows how a modern midfielder can do everything. Fife is a powerhouse, winning the hard ball and then exploding forward. Neale is the pure endurance and ball-winning machine. And then you have Rant-style defenders, though they rarely win, who influence games in ways stats don't fully capture. So what makes a Brownlow winner in the modern era? The last 10 seasons show a combination of disposal of dominance, consistently hitting 30-plus touches per game, contested impact, winning hardball at stoppages, versatility, contributing defensively and offensively, consistency, performing every week, avoiding suspensions, visibility, catching the umpire's attention without committing fouls. And while the award is best and fairest, let's be honest, sometimes it's just about being the player who annoys the umpire the least while doing everything right. If you're flashy but get suspended for a sling tackle, forget it. In conclusion, the last 10 Brownlow Medal winners are a collection of AFL's elite midfielders, each dominating their seasons in slightly different ways. From Prittis' efficient brilliance to Martin's explosive 2017 dominance, Fife's raw power, Mitchell's disposal machine antics, Wines' dynamism, Oliver's ball-winning mastery, and Neal's modern consistency. They've all shown what it means to be the best in the league. If you're an aspiring midfielder, the last 10 seasons of Brownlow winners are a masterclass in how to dominate the game, week after week, while keeping the umpires happy enough to hand over votes. And if you're a fan, it's just a joy to watch these players turn games around, break lines, and make AFL look effortless. So next time you see someone scoop a Brownlow, remember, it's not just about goals, flashy skills, or big highlights. It's about contested ball, vision, leadership, and consistency. It's about being the fairest, the best, and somehow, week after week, showing up when it counts the most. And that's why the last 10 Brownlow Medal winners are the AFL's most elite performers, each unforgettable, each unique, and each a legend in their own right.